Oh man, so I've had like 30 of you message me clips of Akaash Singh's situation. Little background in case you don't know, Akaash Singh is a comedian. He's on like the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz. There was a bit of a beef between him and Myron from Fresh and Fit. They invited Fresh and Fit on the podcast, and Akaash Singh pushed back on Myron for his views on women and dating. Akaash Singh has married what he said was a virgin. We'll get into these clips to kind of show the beef a little bit. Then I'm going to show you guys the clip of him sitting around with his bros bragging about how happy he is that his wife, as far as he knows, is a virgin like him. And then we got a clip of her singing a little different tune. The tune is just a little different. I think the dial has been moved. She switched songs. The song she's playing now that they're married is just a bit different. Let's get started. We'll walk through this a little bit and we'll cringe together, shall we?
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
What I find corny is
So this is the part of the clip. You know, this is one of the clips of, you can kind of see the vibe. This isn't the full, like, drama, but you can see the vibe, how he's pushing back, and this is where it all started.
my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period.
Akaash only dates brown.
Yeah,
Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important
loyal
to me.
through and through.
Some
Before she goes any further, I'm going to jump to the other clip. Now, this is what makes it all so bad. This is Akaash sitting around with the boys, bragging about how his wife is a virgin like him.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you this:
wow.
do
And I-
you believe her?
If you've seen her, then it's hard to believe.
What did that
I-
conversation go like?
I don't remember how it came. I think she said
You
it.
blacked out?
She said it, and then I was like,
When she said, "I'm a virgin," you went, "Your heart exploded."
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he got happy. He said nothing compared to.
Exactly, dude. I was
A stallion compared to anybody else.
I was
that's great.
so happy.
Yeah, that for
so
sure.
relieved.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it felt right. It was like, oh, God brought me this person that, like, we already connected, and, like, she also isn't having sex.
Through and through.
So let's go back to the other clip because this gets a little deeper. So that was what set it all up. And now she's trying to chase fame. She wants to be an influencer. She's got a podcast with some other woman. Many clips of her talking vulgar, being vulgar. We'll get into that a little more, but this is one of the many clips that's kind of gone viral that everybody's talking about because it's not a good look. And it has made Myron out to be right. No matter how you feel about him, this is a huge L on the forehead of Akaash Singh. So let's listen up.
Sometimes I get so painfully nostalgic for college.
So I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these white boy frat houses.
I'm
And this is a clip of her on her podcast.
actively trying to have an orgy.
And man, by no means, y'all know this, am I a fan of Myron Gaines or the Fresh and Fit nonsense. But I don't know nothing about their situation. I don't know why they beefing, bro. But if that is your wife and you did like kind of boast about the fact that she was the only woman you had been with and she's so loyal to you and yada, yada, yada. And then for her to come out on the internet knowing you have boasted her up that way, putting her up there like that, and then to purposefully, I wouldn't say purposefully, but she came on the internet knowing that and embarrassed you in that way. And then Akaash might be like, well, I don't really care about her past, yada, yada. That's cool. That's, that's fine. But she doesn't have to broadcast that knowing how you've spoken about her online. Like there's another clip on here how she's talking about playing DJ on herself. And her friend's like, well, I don't really watch corn when I play DJ on myself. I just think about my husband. And her response to that was, I could never do that. You couldn't. Why would you embarrass this is the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. Why would you embarrass your husband like that? One, talking on the internet about how he used to thought around at white frat boy parties when he's got on the internet and says he only dates brown women. And you go and immediately embarrass him by saying, I was popping cooch for white boys in frat houses. It then said, you're looking to have an orgy while your husband is the only, while you're the only woman your husband has been with. And then saying that you could never think of your husband while playing DJ on yourself. Like, oh my gosh.
And that's not all of it, bro. Like, I've seen clips of this woman belittling him, calling him stupid, idiot, and just trying to make him look bad. I've seen clips of her talking about how his money's their money and her money's her money. So it's like she's just either consciously or unconsciously painting this picture of the epitome of what every man does not want to see or hear. I'm not that into you. You're just my retirement plan. I've had my fun with other guys that I really wanted. Now I'm retiring with you. That's a horrible feeling. And a lot of guys get mad. I get heat all the time because I side with a lot of guys like Myron over a lot of the views on women and dating. And I'll continue to get heat like that. And I don't give a shit because if I can save one damn Akaash, if I can save one Akaash from falling into that situation, I don't give a shit. I'll take all the heat. I'm tired of men dating and marrying women that are not worth it. Like, this woman is not worthy of marriage. Why are we doing this as a society? Why are we accepting these vulgar women that watch porn and make like size queen jokes and you know what they say about this? Like, why are you guys marrying these women? I'll tell you why, because that's a lot of them out here, unfortunately. Again, I get heat for saying that. A lot of women today, this is like a spill on the table that's spreading further and further. I hear about it with young men that are at my local gym, these high schoolers and middle schoolers, talking about the vulgar shit these girls say and do, what they're watching on their phones rampantly. It's like, dude, these are not women that are worthy of marriage or dating for that matter. That's going to trigger a lot of women because it's a mirror in the face to them. How do we get to a point where this is so overlooked? Like, bro, this guy, I feel so bad for him. No matter how you feel about Akaash, he's done the work to build himself up financially and have status and whatnot. And here he is marrying a 304. On video, embarrassing him. Sounds like he was under the impression she was a virgin. She lied about that. Like, dude, I know you're a comedian and maybe you got a better sense of humor than most. But dude, this doesn't look good. And I know damn well it doesn't feel good. This sucks, man. And again, this is a huge L on his forehead. And it just proves Myron right. You guys can say what you want about the red pills. I don't care so much about the pills, this pill and that pill, this. But I do agree with a lot of the things these guys say. I do. And I'm fine with you categorizing me with those guys in some ways. Because again, I'll take the heat. I'll be unpopular for that. While I save men from marrying women that are playing them and lying to them. Because that's happening a lot. And it shouldn't be. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing women walk, talk, and act vulgar and trashy and get a pass. In fact, they don't just get a pass, they get rewarded, they get praised. And she wants to be an influencer and start this stupid-ass podcast. And unfortunately, ladies, I'm sorry if this offends you, most women that are on these podcasts, they don't add value to anybody's life. They don't have any real sustenance and value. They just have to be vulgar and trashy and sensational to get views, say things shocking, and oh my God. It's horrible, man. Rewarding bad behavior again and again and again. And when you call it out, you're jealous, you're controlling, you're insecure, little guy, who hurt you? It goes on and on and on. It goes on and on and on, the gaslighting. Let me know what you guys think. Am I crazy? Maybe I'm a little crazy. I think you can argue I'm a little crazy. But I'm with Myron on this one. I am, and he was right. Akaash got made out to look like a fool by his wonderful wife. His wonderful virgin wife. Wonderful lying virgin wife. Not that that really matters. That's not the point. The point is, she told him that apparently. So you still got to shame her for it. Anyways, guys, like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to leave you the same way that I always leave you. Take your vitamins, hit the gym, and always stay improving. Don't marry 304s. God bless. Be well. I'm out.